Hello, I am here to share my delivery plan for a lesson that I am going to be teaching on creating body paragraphs in an essay. So, the TEK that I'm going to be teaching this under is 110.36. It's an English Language Arts and Reading for English 1 TEK. It is mostly focused on listening, speaking, reading, writing, thinking, and vocabulary. The lesson I'm teaching is focusing in on that writing and thinking portion. So my objective for this that the students will be able to do is I can use informative questioning to build up my body paragraphs. In this lesson, what I'm going to be doing is we are going to be reviewing main idea and just kind of what that entails, like how a essay as a whole has a main idea, and then each paragraph has a main idea with supporting information under that. And a good way to find that supporting information is to ask supporting questions. The opening that I'm going to do with them is I'm going to give them a piece of paper with two different paragraphs. The first paragraph, it's on the same topic. First paragraph is going to be very well written, well organized. Second paragraph isn't going to be as good. And I'm going to have them read that with their table partners, and then I'm going to have them discuss what were the differences, what were the similarities. Is there is there anything that could have made the second paragraph better? And then also, what we will be doing is we will be making a Freyer model for main idea, where we can find the definition and just find examples to help us move along with that. Um, then once we are done with that, I'm going to go ahead and start teaching them. And the way that I'm going to teach them this idea of main idea and supporting questions for the main idea is I'm going to do a paragraph on the board with or for them first. And so I'm going to, find the main idea, ask a question that supports the main idea, and then I'm going to use that question to really just fill out that first paragraph. Um, and that'll be how I model that in the instruction portion. And then for guided practice, the students and I will make one together on the board. And then for independent practice, they will do their own at their table and then share it with their partner. And when they're sharing it with their partner, I'm going to be walking around and just really listening and checking for understanding. And of course, if anyone has questions, I'm going to be answering those questions. Now, some higher level thinking questions that they could be asking is, what is main idea? How can you expand on a main idea? And then what is the difference between a primary and secondary idea or supporting question? Um, and in order to check for understanding with that, I'm really going to ask them like questions like, hey, what kind of question did you ask? How did that support what you were writing about in that paragraph, right? And if there's reteaching that needs to be done, I'll go ahead and do another paragraph on the board. But instead of just doing it to where we discuss it together, I'm going to really just ask each of the students, like, okay, what's my first step making the main idea? What's my second step? And then I'm going to have them tell me the main ideas and I'm going to write it down. But they're going to walk me through the process just to really help them. And of course, if there's someone stumped or not able to do it, I'm going to pitch in. Now, for the assessment portion, the way that I'm going to assess this is they're going to turn in their paragraphs to me, and I'm going to go over it. And instead of grading for like spelling or grammar, I'm really going to be grading for organization and just really making sure they understand the process of writing that paragraph. So resources that I will use, I already showed you the Freyer model, but I also have a outline here that's specifically for like one paragraph, because you've got like the main idea of the paragraph and then you've got supporting ideas for that paragraph. And then I also made a outline for them, and this outline has everything from like thesis to introductory all the way down to conclusion. So ultimately, that would be really good for when they're planning out their full 5 paragraph essay, which we will eventually write at the end of this unit. Um, Now, for closure and re-exposure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead them in a discussion. We're going to talk about main idea. We're going to talk about supporting paragraph or supporting ideas, and we're going to discuss like what's needed, what's not, and then we're also going to see if anyone has questions. And if they do, I'm going to answer them to the best of my ability. If they need extra help, I will offer to have a conference with them when we're both available. And something to note about this delivery plan, which I really like, is that it is kind of universal. I can use this if I just have to tweak it a little bit, but I can use it to teach the thesis statement. I can use it to teach the introductory, and I can also use it to teach conclusion. So I can follow the same delivery plan, which builds familiarity with the students as well, and I think will really help them understand.